How many did you lose to project steps? Or lose to God in death? Same thing, shot range to call it death. Only instant, call it next. Sad story from the tree, just guard your chest. So the fruit is all that's left, and plant seeds to grow with. Hope the glove fits, I'd rather be MJ than OJ, man. Same thing, won't change for the grown man. If you struggle, don't worry, make a short game. And we all just applaud like Soul Train. Worst acts in the air like Soul Plane. Feel it all in the air when it's your chance. Slow dance even if you got cold hands. Don't die for the moment. The silent voices in the grave still sleeping, so thinking they own it. They gon' try to shoot my confidence. Get locked up, that don't make no kind of sense. Look at black boys, all innocent. I ain't got number time. I ain't got number time. They gon' try to shoot my confidence. Where I'm from, we don't take your compliments. That's true. Black boy locked up, gone innocent.
Bam.
Congratulations, James. You got bifocal Bobby back.
Thank you.
How do y'all feel about that in the Joe Ingles one? We'll start with that shit.
Joe Ingles is gonna be a nice piece for the Bucks bench. It just depends how he recovers from his ACL injury. That's gonna be the big question.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think it'd be smart. I think that's why they gave him so little money. He probably won't be back till All-Star break.
I feel like they probably knew that too when they went into the initial offer. Be like, hey, we know we're only going to get you for a half year, so.
Plus, that team doesn't need much anyway.
No, they need everything. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm happy Bobby got his, though. He deserved
everybody.
He definitely deserved that contract. Probably deserved it last year. They just couldn't do it last year.
Who?
Bobby Portis.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, he earned that. He stepped up when Brooke was out. It'll be interesting to see the Bucks starting five because it's not like they had many options. They'll probably sign a couple more veteran guys. I did see a rumor that they're shopping George Hill and Grayson Allen in a 2-for-1 trade. Not that you can get much for those guys, but
Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant.
Oh.
Yeah, Kevin Durant. Who says no?
Yeah, I signed Carter back also.
I like Javon Carter. I wish he played more in the playoffs than Hill.
I think that's why they're getting rid of Hill because of how well Carter did play when he got minutes.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think you can get a starter for those two guys.
That's almost what they need because Grayson was starting most of the season, then Pat was coming off the bench. I don't mind Pat starting, but if they had a bench of like Pat, Bobby, and Ingles, that'd be a nice bench unit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I like Pat coming off the bench because I think he does really good in short spurts.
Yeah.
So that would mean whoever you get for the other two doesn't necessarily have to be that great. I could see y'all getting a player. I really could.
Kevin Durant. No,
Kyrie Irving.
If only Bogdanovich really went over there.
That's we'll trade for Bogdanovich, then we'll get everybody.
We could just re-sign DiVincenzo.
Oh, no, don't do that.
I
was not a fan of DiVincenzo's.
I missed Wesley Matthews his last 2 years.
God damn.
Oh, yeah, I re-signed Wes Matthews today, too.
Yep.
He played some great defense this year.
I missed him.
Yeah. Hey, you might be right. Maybe Pat should be the starter on that team.
So it'll be Holiday, Pat, Chris, Giannis, and then Brooke. Probably, I think Brooke has one more solid year as the starter.
Yeah, that's how I'd probably kind of looking to go into the next season if I were you guys.
And then your bench of Bobby, Ingles. Yeah, and we'll see.
Wes Matthews, Carter, Nwara.
They could use a backup big.
Finesse.
Traditional center.
Well, they better get him because everybody else is signing him up quickly.
Oh, man.
I never in my life thought I'd be upset when I heard, oh, man, we missed out on JaVale McGee because I wanted him on our team.
Well, he went to the Dallas Mavericks on a 3-year, $20.1 million contract. Which he gets to be behind Christian Wood, so it's good.
How bad is this Dallas team if they do lose Brunson and they can't trade for KD or Kyrie? Still a playoff team, right? Or no?
No, they are. Well,
It's just Luka and Dinwiddie.
Luka, Dinwiddie, Christian Wood,
Oh, true.
Kleba, Reggie Bullock. You'll get Tim Hardaway. Yeah, they're still a playoff team. Well,
Who's their point guard after this?
they have Luka, so he'll probably start at the point. Maybe play Tim Hardaway as the point.
They're gonna be dumb and go get like Kimball Walker or something.
Dinwiddie can handle some of the. Dinwiddie had a good playoff series. I think that's why they might be okay with letting Brunson walk.
The Brunson thing's weird because you don't want to overpay him. I think he fits Dallas a lot better than I think he helps Dallas way more than he helps the Knicks.
But you pass up this money, bro. Look at that bag, bro. 4 years, 110 million. He's gonna his jersey's gonna sell all over New York, bro.
I have no idea how this dude made 110 million in 4 years.
I could tell you how, and this is something that I heard on TV. So it's like if they have to rebargain the CBA next year, and the salary cap goes up 27 million to Jalen Brunson in 2 or 3 years, is a team favorable contract. You know what I mean? Because everybody's numbers are going to go up. So he's getting kind of like the middle of what the next CBA is going to provide.
That's what they said that year when Mozgov got paid and Johnson got paid.
Luau Deng.
Yeah, that was bad. Teams overreacted. It was kind of stupid at the time, though. It's like, why are you paying Mozgov $80 million?
Because he killed it in Cleveland. I don't know. I think Brunson in New York is a good pickup for New York, but I don't think that he's going to be as productive as he was in Dallas. He's used to being in Dallas where there's no center in the paint.
And it's an overtrade in the sense of or an overpay. Not only are you overpaying him, but you also traded all of your assets to clean space for him, and they blew the draft off so they could clear space for him. That's something you do for a top 5 or a top 10 free agent. You don't do that for Jalen Brunson.
Let me ask you this: where if he's the starting point guard for the New York Knicks next year, where does Jalen Brunson rank in like order of all the starters? Is he a top 20, top 15
point guard?
Yes, in the league. Is he a top 15 starter in the league?
I think he's a top 15 point guard.
Then to me, it's worth it.
Yeah, just thinking quickly, it's hard to think of 15.
You see what I'm saying? It's like, to me, I think that makes it worth it if you look at it from that angle.
It just kind of straps the Knicks in, though, with their core of him and Randall, which isn't a top 4 in the East core.
No, I'm definitely trying to get rid of Randall if I'm the Knicks.
Then so you're just building around Brunson and Barrett?
I'm going to use those two as where I would like. I would rather start at that point than anything pertaining to Julius Randle. I just don't know how you incorporate him into a system.
Yeah.
My opinion.
Calvin said, please don't bring up Mozgov or Dang. I beg you, because those are such great signings by the Lakers.
They were great signings. That was the summer that Chandler Parsons got a shit ton of money too.
Forgot about that.
So I guess elephant in the room, the KD thing. Who do you think would be the favorite to land him, just with asset wise?
In my personal opinion, and I don't know that this team would even go after KD, but the team most equipped is the New Orleans Pelicans.
Wow.
Because you could very easily build a package around Zion or Ingram.
I think it'd more likely be a package around Ingram than Zion.
The smart GM would want a package around Ingram because he's 24 and he averages 25. But there's a lot of hype that comes with Zion. So if you take the Zion risk, you're going to get more with it.
Pounds too.
Meaning I could probably get Zion and 2 more good players and some picks opposed to just Ingram and a couple picks. You know what I mean?
Zion probably won't even be playing basketball next year. He'll sign a 1-year deal with the Saints and play D tackle.
God damn. Hey, he might need to switch sports if he
keeps living down there.
Ingram and Durant's a little redundant because Ingram's game is somewhat similar.
Yeah.
So a Zion Durant thing would be very interesting.
With CJ?
Yeah. That'd be a fun team. There really is a fun team in New Orleans.
I just don't see anything Phoenix has that would, because you're not giving up Booker, you're not giving up Paul.
Yeah.
There's nothing else on that team that is too elite enough to warrant this trade. Even if you gave me everything else, I don't want that trade.
Even
Because you're gonna have to blow
trade.
And I don't know if DeAndre Ayton's the building block you want with Ben Simmons.
Nope.
I mean,
I'm almost positive if you make that trade and you bring in Ayton, you trade Ben Simmons.
I think Ben Simmons is going to walk anyway, even without. He's not going to.
I think they still got him for a few more years.
Yeah, they have him under contract. They would have to trade him.
Somebody who gets traded from the Nets, whether it be KD, Kyrie, or Ben, it has to be for a ton of picks.
Yeah.
If you have none,
because you guys have all their picks,
we have it. I'm chuckling the whole time while y'all bickering.
Picks now.
Exactly. So you have to get picks, and that's why the Lakers say, "Hey, will you take Russ and this first round pick?" You almost got to make that trade.
It says ESPN reports Lakers are making Irving its #1 trade target after news of KD's trade request.
So him and LeBron cool now?
Oh, so Calvin's half right.
Well, there's no way the Lakers are going after Kyrie if LeBron don't say it's okay.
But yeah, I thought Kyrie didn't want to play with him anymore.
I'll tell you this: Kyrie, LeBron, and AD. That's not a great defensive team.
They'll be great on paper, the same way Brooklyn was great on paper with James Harden.
They'll be the second best theoretical team of all time.
Yeah. Remember LeBron's just wait until we play the season, keep that same energy. We kept the same energy, LeBron. You missed the fucking playoffs.
Is this Brooklyn team the biggest super team bust ever?
Has to be.
Well, there was the first Brooklyn super team bust.
Right?
That's what they're bragging about. There's been reports saying like we rebuilt once, we can do it again. That means you fucked up twice. That means you made the same mistake twice. Except this time it wasn't a bunch of old people. You traded for a bunch of crazy people. And Katie.
I just feel like you have 3 top 15 players in the world and you have one good playoff series.
Hiring Steve Nash was stupid. I don't know why you get a rookie head coach to handle 2 of the worst personalities in the league. And then Katie, who's
maybe Steve Nash is secretly a nutcase.
I almost want to ask the question, should we have some sort of like remorse for James Harden? It's like, hold on. Maybe his arguments were valid.
I don't hate James, and I think now that he got out of there, everybody gave him shit. I thank him. You know why I thank him, Zach? Because of this right here. I've been waiting all day to fucking show it. This right here, the Nets picks owed to the Houston Rockets when we got told that this was the worst fucking trade in NBA history, trading James Harden for these picks. I will be happy until 2027. Thank you, Brooklyn. Hey.
Holy shit, that's a lot of picks. I forgot how many picks that was.
Thank you, Kyrie. Thank you, KD. I knew KD was my favorite player ever.
I love the loophole to the stepping rule where you can't trade back-to-back first rounders. Like, we'll just do swaps.
Yeah, I'll always make sure I cut that off on 2K.
Yeah.
Like, no. Oh, man.
It's crazy, though.
First rounders for the next 5 years.
I almost dare say another trade that would look good if this guy wasn't such a bum would be a Denver trade with Michael Porter as the centerpiece. You know what I mean?
He wasn't a bum. That would be a good kind of asset for Brooklyn to get back, though. A high ceiling.
That's what I'm saying.
If you're going to rebuild. If he wasn't homeless and wasn't a bum, then
he's a bum. And the basketball world, he's a bum.
The Nets,
they might as well trade for Delonte West if they want somebody who's homeless.
But Delonte could get buckets.
The Nets should not bitch out and trade KD to one of his teams. There's no reason you have to listen to KD's request. You get the best return possible. If that's Sacramento, KD, you're a king. If that's Orlando, enjoy Disney World.
But you realize by doing that, you're probably saying I'm not going to get free agents to come here.
I don't know, because remember when Kawhi wanted to go to LA and the Spurs were like, "Nah, you're going to Canada."
Oh yeah.
So no one really holds that against them. I mean, San Antonio was never like a big free agent destination, though.
That's true, but it's been really bad since that decision too. So
I feel like one hypothetical is that he could end up in the Magic. I mean, you have him and Polo in the backcourt. I mean, that's kind of nice.
If KD wanted to shut people up that he can't carry a team,
take the Magic to the playoffs in the East.
A lengthy ass team.
Y'all are giving the Kings and the Magic way too much credit, isn't it?
I heard a trade scenario earlier that kind of made sense. KD to Cleveland with the centerpiece of the trade being Evan Mobley.
KD bringing a title to Cleveland would be the funniest thing.
It would be the most hilarious shit in the world.
I would just crop LeBron's head off and put KD there and be like, coming home.
As much as I try to make it work in my head, I can't see a scenario where he gets to Portland.
Yeah, they just don't have enough.
As much as I want him to.
Josh Hart, a shit ton of picks. Nurkic.
Oh, you'd have to give up Shaden Sharp, Josh Hart.
They
Simons.
They just signed Simmons to a 4-year, $100 million. So I mean, he's definitely on the move in that one.
Probably Jeremy Grant. No, they might keep Grant. They definitely can't get Nurkic back if they make that trade. So if they're going to try it, they need to do it before Nurkic gets back.
How soon do you think this KD trade is going to happen? Today, tomorrow, a week?
A week.
We're going to wait for
I give it 2 weeks at most.
I think this being a holiday weekend is going to give everybody a chance to make calls, work things out.
They said there's 15 teams that called for him in the league.
You could say there's 28 teams that called for him in the league.
Well, that's what they said. That they said the 15.
Everybody that's not Golden State and OKC probably called. Sorry,
no, I don't think Houston called. I'm fairly certain Houston didn't call.
I feel like there's a few that are like, nah.
You guys have the pieces for the trade, but it just wouldn't make any sense.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel if you're like legit rebuilding.
I really feel like the 2022-23 Rockets are like the 2008-2009 Thunder. Like we're on that path. So we don't need you now.
You guys are going to have so many first-round picks the next year.
Thank you, Brooklyn.
Thank you, Brooklyn.
Brooklyn.
Imagine in like 2025, like they.
That'd be another reason why trading KD to Houston would be stupid. You can't give those picks back.
Yeah, I don't even think we can trade them back or anything. So it's like NBA has all those weird rules and stuff. I'd just throw fucking shit at it. But
could you see a trade of some sort with a bunch of picks and Rudy Gobert for KD?
KD and Mitchell running it.
Yeah.
Be kind of
fun. With the Jazz are looking more like they're going to blow everything up.
And then they don't.
Well, because Royce O'Neal was like their only decent perimeter defender. They're like, no, I'll take it.
They're going to be the team that trades for Tobias Harris.
It's like they're standing there with their grenade about to pull the pin, and they're like, I'm scared.
You might as well if you're the Jazz. Yeah, Rudy Gobert. Because Rudy Gobert and Ben Simmons, if Simmons stayed with the Nets, that would be a great duo defensively. It would score 60 points a game, but
if KD ends up in the West, Jazz, you might as well just blow it up.
KD plays better in the West.
Yeah, but I'm saying he doesn't. He goes. I mean, he's not going back to Golden State.
You don't know that. You don't know that.
Yeah, they have some package.
They have the players to give up for him.
That would be fucking hilarious. But if he doesn't, for instance, now you have to go up against LeBron, KD, and Curry all in one season just to get there.
But I would not be surprised, bro. Because listen, I have a feeling that Kawhi is like a sneaky asshole.
Yeah.
He asked KD to be his teammate before he asked Paul George.
Imagine Paul George.
But that's what I'm saying. If I send Paul George and like 3 first-round picks over there for KD.
You got KD
and
Kawhi,
like fucking
John Wall, maybe. Yeah.
I'm just saying, don't be surprised if you hear a report like Kawhi tried to trade Paul George for KD.
I wouldn't be. I mean, at this point, you know that they're making phone calls with each other. I get why he wants Phoenix and he wants Miami. I mean,
I don't really get why he wants Phoenix.
The 2-1 seeds.
Yeah,
that's what I was gonna say. He knows. They just
Miami's. I would rather him be in Miami than Phoenix.
Miami is the culture alone is real good there. Eric Spoelstra. I mean,
But if you think about how Miami would play, it would almost be like when he was with OKC. It's like everybody else just play defense. I'm gonna leak out on every play and shoot it. It's the easiest basketball in the world for him. Who could stop a 7-footer full speed at you with a handle? Exactly, and bam.
Ooh, that would be nasty. Well, they said they wanted Bam in a trade.
But they said there was some rule that Miami couldn't trade.
Yeah, you can't trade him. Yeah,
for KD for some reason. I forgot.
There's a few of them. Yeah, there's like a list of players that while Ben Simmons is on the team, you can't trade these certain players over there.
Yeah, it's because you can't have more than one rookie, or it's like you can't have more than one person on a rookie deal.
Yeah,
that you didn't draft.
Yeah, there was a few of them. Like, I was like, oh, bet.
But think about it. Miami done lost PJ Tucker, so they need a power forward.
If Miami was going to trade, they'd have to make the package centered around Tyler Hero.
Of course. Tyler Hero, probably Max Strus, that big-ass European dude that they never played last year, but he can shoot like a motherfucker, and a ton of picks.
It's going to be a kitchen sink. I mean, it's going to be bigger than a James Harden trade for sure.
What about Jalen Brown and some picks?
I thought that too.
There's no way they sent him to Boston. There's no
The problem is I think KD pairs better with Jalen Brown than he does Tatum, but there's no way they're giving up Tatum for KD.
No, absolutely not.
Because Boston's another team who I think has the pieces. I think Boston's too proud to do that, though. They want to keep their core.
Yeah.
I think
Pride's
the Nets
gonna
are
kill
too
'em.
proud to do that. Oh, we're just going to trade our best player to the team that swept us out of the playoffs last year.
Well, and they got fleeced by Boston with the Garnett trade.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's a lot of history there. I was trying to think of Chicago. I don't think Chicago has anything the Nets would really want.
They still trying to get their boy LaVine back.
Indy doesn't have anything.
Minnesota don't.
I mean, Indy don't have anything, but they do have a lot of what they have.
If Minnesota wants to trade Anthony Edwards, I feel like they might be able to put a package together.
No.
But there's no way.
That would be
I don't think
foolish.
you trade Edwards for Durant.
Fuck no. Anthony Edwards one day will be the best player in the NBA. You watch.
Ooh. And Durant's 34. That's
Don't
another.
even say "ooh" at that. That's just a fact.
I really think at one point in his career, we'd be like, that's the best player in the league. He's that good to me.
Definitely a top 5 guy.
He showed up.
Did you
last
guys
year.
see reports that the Wolves are getting ready to offer Cat the Supermax?
Yeah. But then it's like you offer it to him, and then I heard they were going to try to get DeAndre Ayton to protect him. So it's like you don't have any confidence in your big man.
They shouldn't.
Not needed.
They shouldn't.
Yeah. They know he's legit.
All right, what about Kyrie then? Where does he go?
Lakers, bro. They won. No, just kidding.
Taylor Horton and Tucker in a first. That's not the best package I think they could get.
I feel
I
like you
honest
don't
to
have
God
to
believe
offer-
that if the Lakers offered Russ and a first-round pick, the Nets would take it.
Why would they want Russ?
It doesn't matter. I don't want either one of you fuckers, but I mean, if I could get a first-round pick out of this deal,
Russ in Brooklyn would sell out some fucking jerseys for sure.
I really think Russ would play good in Brooklyn.
But Russ and Ben Simmons would be a horrible fit if they.
It'd be the worst shooting team ever. But
But what if Sacramento came in like, we'll give you 2 first-round picks and De'Aaron Fox? Because
There's
Sacramento's
no
not
way. I don't think the Kings trade De'Aaron Fox.
I think they trade De'Aaron Fox one day, but not for Kyrie. And I certainly ain't giving you a first-round pick.
As sorry as in his organization as they are.
Imagine them having a solid shooting guard and then just passing them up.
For Kyrie.
The Clippers, again, might be one of those teams who will give away a first-round pick for him, though. He's a rental. He's a one-year player.
I mean, but that would actually be a good team. I mean, you'd have PG, Kawhi, and Kyrie all on the same team. That's again like the second best theoretical team of all time.
Bye-bye, John Wall.
That's an 82-2K team.
Hell no.
What?
I could win on that team.
I could win on that team.
No, you couldn't. You
Sign
couldn't
me
beat
for
me with
two-
that team.
Sign
You
me
wouldn't
for the
rebound
rookie
enough.
minimum.
I could win with Russell Westbrook on my team. That's for damn sure. I need a
Hey,
Olajuwon.
quit changing teams, bro. It looks bad on you.
No,
I was gonna say Charlotte. Charlotte, they're having a tough time.
Yeah, they're having a bad time. Two
Y'all are
players
like
gonna
white
go to
guys,
jail
though.
and shit.
for sure. They just lost their free agent. And
Man, one team that does have a lot of shit to give up that I've heard mention yet is Washington.
Isn't KD from that area?
Yes.
they just re-signed Bradley Beal, 5 years, 251 mil.
Max.
Like Hachimura.
Hachimura, probably Porzingis. No, I wouldn't do that. I would do Hachimura, Gafford, probably. It depends on if you keep Joe Harris in Brooklyn on if you need a wing. You know what I mean? I don't want to ask for Avia and we don't need him, or Kispert and we don't need him.
Yeah. But yeah, Bradley Beal and Durant would put up points.
You see what I'm saying? And then you leave Thomas Bryant there. Maybe Porzingis there. Oh, they might have to send Porzingis for the money.
Yeah, that defense would suck too. Not that Durant's a terrible defender, but
I don't even know who the point guard is over there. Who's the point guard for the? Oh, you still got Kuzma over there?
Yeah.
KCP left.
Yeah, he got traded. Oh, they just brought in Will Barton and that other backup point guard from Denver,
Morris.
So you got guards.
That's a good take. KD and the Wizards would be fun. Not a title contender, but it'd be fun.
I think it could. I think it could be. Because then people would have to realize the importance of the Bradley Beal numbers up to this point. And what I mean by that is he went like a good 2 or 3 months last season where he averaged 35.
Mm-hmm.
Harden did that shit for 1 month and people wouldn't stop talking about it.
Yeah. That'd be a scary team in the playoffs.
Yep. Ooh, we might have figured something out for him.
I know. I like that one.
All I know is I'm sad that
I'm going to the casino tomorrow, locking in KD, future to the Wizards. Plus,
If it happens, they stole it from us.
plus 2,500 or whatever it is.
Do you think this is one of the biggest trades that you're gonna have in the league so far?
Well, it's KD. The only time I can remember a star this big being traded is Shaq.
This is a top 2 guy.
Exactly. It reminds me of when Shaq left the Lakers. It's like, damn, like you literally just shook the league up.
Or this is almost
I guess it's kind of
that's-
similar to when LeBron went to Miami.
Not one.
this is almost a Kareem level trade when Kareem went from the Bucks to the Lakers.
Yeah, the difference here is KD is older. So he's in his mid-30s now, where Kareem was young, LeBron was young when he signed to Miami. So that's a little
I'll say
bit.
this. I ask this, though. Is he's 34, but does missing 2 years mean anything?
And his game can age pretty well.
See what I'm saying?
Plays, it's not like he's not like LeBron who takes it hard to the rim and puts a toll on his body. I think he could keep playing. I think he's going to be a top 10 player the next 4 years.
Is it fair to say that he'll play the duration of this contract out at this level? Or
Yeah.
close to it?
At least
That's
close
all
to
that matters. It's
Yeah.
all that matters. I'll blow my fucking team to smithereens for him.
I could see it. He reminds me of like how Dirk Nowitzki kind of aged a bit, where it's like he learned how to push his game back just a bit to keep it elevated and going. I mean, who the fuck's gonna guard him? I mean, the only one I could see physically guarding him would be like Giannis.
Yeah,
That's probably
Tatum didn't do
Ben
bad.
Simmons.
I mean, if I was Ben Simmons, I'd be pissed right now. My only chance of actually having a legit team again, and now this shit fucking.
This dude actually found his way to a team that covers every one of his weaknesses, playing with the two biggest ball hogs, and lets him shine in his role. And then these fuckers decide to leave.
They're like, nah, we're good.
It's like, what do you do? Just defense? Nah, fuck that, dog.
Oh, you just play defense and pass and run?
No,
yeah, I'll
like
do anything. Just don't make me shoot.
They met him at the gym, and like he's like, guys, you see me make that three? You see me make that three? I have a video, and they're like, shut the fuck up.
Ben Simmons is that annoying younger brother who wants to come grab you and tell him that.
I did it.
I got a solution for Ben Simmons.
Look at this, and he's like, there's like a pile of
I
shit.
can hang on the net.
I got a solution for Ben Simmons.
I can touch the net.
There's one team I think that he could help.
Sacramento.
No, he's not even that good. And it's because this team is going to help him be better at what he does. Ben Simmons to San Antonio.
Looks like they're blowing it all the way up.
Yeah, they are. They are. But still, he's the Popovich kind of player to me.
And he's not going to add that many wins because they're trying to tank for that French center.
Yeah.
Yeah, they want him bad.
You know whose assets I just thought of is Toronto.
I was thinking that, but I don't know that they're foolish enough to give up Scotty Barnes. Because there ain't no fucking way on God's green earth that you can persuade me that there's a package that can be built around Pascal Siakam is sufficient enough to trade for Kevin Durant.
What if they do that? What do you wake up and Pascal Siakam's in Brooklyn?
Pascal Siakam in like a first or two firsts? That's better than what the Lakers would offer.
They're gonna have to offer like at least 4 to 5.
Fire my GM if I get rid of Kevin Durant and all you could show for it is Pascal Siakam in 2 firsts.
Well, the problem with Siakam is if you're rebuilding, that wouldn't make sense since he's a top 5, top 10 player, and he would lead you to at least the play.
You got to think about it like this, my man. DeJounte Murray just warranted 4 first-round picks.
Yeah.
So the price for Durant's going to be pretty high.
What do we think about that trade?
I love it.
For both?
I do. No, I don't think it was. I mean, you can't rebuild when DeJounte is still on that team. It would have been like us playing John Wall. It's like everything you do, you still have to factor him into it. But we eliminated John Wall, so we just sucked. They didn't. This fool actually did too good and made an all-star team.
He could have stayed.
I mean, he's 26. Yeah. That's why I'm like, that's why I didn't get why you gave up on him. I mean, they're not contending anytime soon.
But they weren't contending with just him either.
Yeah.
I think it's because
he is to the Spurs what Jalen Brunson is going to be to the Knicks. A really good player who puts up numbers, and I can't fault you for anything, but you still can't stop him from being bad.
He's that perfect middle of the pack player.
But he's the opposite, like, of what Trae Young is.
Yeah.
That's why they fit together. Because you see teams like Cleveland, Garland and Sexton are kind of the same. You know what I mean? And that's kind of how everybody's doing it. Like, oh, we want shooters like Clay and Steph. And it's like, no, these two fuckers are yin and yang. So I would be super excited to see Trae play more like Curry off the ball. Go for a track meet today. Let DeJounte push the rock.
And Murray can guard the other team's best guard.
See what I'm saying? I love it. I love that trade.
It was a good trade for Atlanta.
They needed to do something after last year.
Oh, yeah.
I think with the Spurs, it's like you start seeing how teams around you are rebuilding. OKC, Rockets. You're seeing teams that may look to blow up, like let's say Utah, Portland, or these other ones with bigger assets than you. I'd rather get my start off now and for next year, especially with everybody falling in love with that French guy from next year. Like supposedly he's supposed to be like the next KD, Giannis type player. Like,
well, I got him on my team in 2K. He ain't nothing like them, but He's good.
My thing is like, why would you blow it up for like a 1-in-4 chance at him though? I mean, the Spurs have done that before and it's worked out well, but yeah,
They're gonna be like, we're trading Greg Popovich for the number 1 pick in the draft.
I'm surprised he's coming back.
yeah, me too.
He must be bored.
Yeah,
I
because
think he is.
they're full rebuild.
Yeah.
They were
But
a crappy team this year.
they brought back what's his name?
Brett Brown.
Yes. Which to me says that hey, that might be their next coach.
Mm.
I mean, he's experienced with the system. He's experienced with bringing a young team up because he did it in Philly, and he'd be a good replacement when Pop goes away.
Ooh, or let's see. Free agent Kyle Anderson has signed a deal with the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Slow-mo went to Minnesota?
Wasn't he there before?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, he's with the.
I mean, that's kind of a good pickup for Big Cat.
They lost that playoff series, and like that's what we need.
Yeah, that slow guy beat us.
What do y'all think of the Philadelphia 76ers getting PJ, Daniel House? They're gonna James Harden restructuring his contract. I mean, you may get KD out of the East now. I mean, it's still hard with Boston and Milwaukee up there, but
I think
if they get Austin Rivers, this is a fucking conspiracy.
I still think this aged Harden as your second best player, you're not winning the title.
Not unless Harden does a better job of picking his spots. Like, okay, this is when I need to take the pressure off of Joel, then that team would be really hard to beat.
Yeah, I'm not scared of that team though. Like Boston has a lot of things to be scared of. Miami has things to be scared of. Milwaukee does.
You know why you're not scared of Philly? Because the irony of that team is that Joel Embiid's big ass wants to play fast. Let's go. And Harden's slow.
It's not getting any faster.
Nope.
I mean, I do applaud Harden for declining his player's option to do what's best for the team. I applaud him, bro. You know why? Because if he didn't, he was probably going to get beat up in Philly.
I love that Westbrook was like, "Fuck it, I'm taking this."
I would too if I
would
Westbrook
too,
might
yeah.
not get picked up.
I would definitely take it.
Yeah, if you have the option
Rajon,
of $8 million or going and signing for 10 somewhere.
Rajon Rondo showed me that, what was it, when he signed with Atlanta and everybody made fun of him and his agent told him, always get your money. We can trade you later. And sure enough, he got fucking traded later. Bradley Beal's been in the fucking mix to get traded for fucking years. I could get my bag and then fucking be like, all right, I'm locked up for 5 years. Where you trading me at?
People get Beal shit, but like if you're happy with where you work, even if you're not going to win a title, but you're happy there and you can make the most money there, and that's like your new home, I don't know how you can be mad at him for it.
Carmelo.
I'm not mad at him for it at all.
Teams that want him are like their fan bases, I think, are mad at him. Like,
yeah, they're the
he
ones
could
who are
do
like,
better
oh,
here,
doesn't
bro.
care about basketball or winning.
I think Bradley Beal is like he's smarter than people think he is. What I mean by that is like, and I'm not calling him lazy, but he looks at a situation like the Lakers, and I think he knows there's many things I can do to get myself on that team if I really wanted to be there. But I'm not going to go over there and be Anthony Davis and LeBron's fucking workhorse. I'm not going to do that. You know what I mean? I'd rather do that here.
Be loved
minus the drama.
This is a good one. They said the top 5 trade packages for Kevin Durant.
Okay, shoot, Cowboy.
First one is the Miami Heat will receive, or Brooklyn will receive Kyle Lowry, Tyler Hero, rookie Nikola Jovic, 3 first-round picks from 2023, 2027, and 2029, and 3 first-round pick swaps for Kevin Durant.
That's a great. I think that's
basic.
3 players and 6 firsts.
I would take that trade.
That's like
I
the
would take
Harden
that
one.
trade.
3 trades and
well, that's what I'm saying. You recoup every pick.
Yeah, I would take that if I was Brooklyn. I don't think Miami offers that, and I don't know why Lowry would be involved unless they buy him out. Maybe just for salary.
I think
Big salary match.
I could maybe.
If I'm
see the
giving you
Heat doing
Jovic,
something.
I'm not giving you that many picks.
Yeah.
They'd maybe do those 3, and then maybe 3 to 4 more picks.
No, I wouldn't do the
pick swap.
You got to think about. Yeah, I wouldn't do the pick swaps. If you let me keep the pick swaps, I'll give you Jovic. Because those 2 picks ain't for till 2027 and 2029. That shit don't mean nothing.
Yeah, those are gonna those pick swaps. I mean, the ones we got are all unprotected, so those are shitty. Like,
yeah,
imagine you're having a shitty year, and then the team comes in, they're like, "Hey, I'm ready to swap my shit. Thank you." And that's like ordering food, and then like somebody's like, "Hey, you remember you owed me?"
But
bro?
if, like James said, if Miami offers that, you take that trade. In a heartbeat.
Fuck yeah, you recoup everything you lost with the James Harden shit.
You still got Hero, who will now be a starter. You got a project in Jovic, and like James said, you buy out Kyle Lowry, or you trade him to somebody else for a late first round or second round pick.
All right, let's see. There's another one for the Phoenix Suns. Brooklyn would receive DeAndre Ayton, Mikal Bridges, 3 future first round picks, and 2 swaps for Kevin Durant.
I couldn't do that. You don't get better right now. And you don't have picks right now.
If you're Brooklyn?
Yeah, like I want everything to be useful to me right now.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? Like I need a player that's why the Miami one is more interesting because I can play Hero. He can be a top 2 or 3 contributor on the team. And who knows what Jovic is. So it doesn't matter how spread out the other picks are.
I think Jovic would still start on that blown up Nets team.
Nah, not over Ben Simmons.
No,
would you trade Ben?
Else.
Trade who? Ben Simmons?
Ben Simmons?
I would keep him and raise his value.
Yeah, for sure.
He has no trade value right now.
Damn, he sucks even more by himself.
But when those medical reports came out talking about how fucked up his back really was, it kind of made me like, all right, I hated you for no reason.
Well, it's because they don't make a big deal out of it for the longest time. And then after everything's said and done, oh, yeah, he had 6 herniated discs. And
yeah, when the doctor's like, oh, no, he couldn't have played. I don't know how he was walking. It's like, then why were everybody calling him a bitch?
Why didn't you just say
Why didn't y'all say this back then? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
why is this
weird.
report coming out 6 months later?
People were talking shit like, oh, you should at least go out there.
What's number 3, Nick?
Number 3 is an interesting one. There was the Memphis Grizzlies. Brooklyn would receive Jaren Jackson Jr., Zaire Williams. 4 future first-round picks.
Oh, no. Memphis will never.
Well, I can tell you that's not going to happen because Jaren Jackson just had surgery.
Yeah, boy, out for months.
He's out 6 months.
That's too much to give up, too.
I certainly ain't giving up 4 first. I don't know. It depends on how you value Jaren Jackson Jr.
Boy, Josh said easy money, baby.
Because the Bucks traded, 4 for Holiday? 3 or 4 for Holiday?
3.
At the time, it was crazy, but it worked out. I mean, and if that's for Holiday, then yeah, for Durant. But Jaren Jackson's a good-ass young player. Like, that's the difference. I don't think
he can't stay healthy, though, man.
Yeah.
It's always something with that guy.
He's coming off a torn Achilles.
That's one time. Before that, he was always around.
But Memphis is an interesting one, though. They have a lot of different ways they could go about that.
I think Memphis did so much stupid shit in the draft that they're going to suck this year.
Yeah, that was a dumbass draft.
Bro, I could put 3 fingers together and they're wider than KD's legs.
Well, that's between you and him if he lets you measure that, but you better watch how high up his leg you go, too.
God damn.
Nah, the whole thing, dog.
I don't even want to see KD in Memphis. I really don't want to see him in Memphis because his style is not similar to them at all.
We got a comment from YouTube. Moon Tommy Music said, if the Lakers get Kyrie and KD, I'm going to lose my shit. These players have too much power.
There's no way they can get both. I don't even think they have the assets for one.
I think you can get Kyrie just because you want to.
I think you could get Kyrie, but Kyrie doesn't. I don't think Kyrie will play with LeBron.
If they tell you, if you're the Nets and the Lakers come to you and say, "I'll give you AD and Russ for KD and Kyrie right now," you wouldn't take it?
Straight up.
Straight up. It's like I'll take your problem, you take mine.
No, I wouldn't take it. Because
I don't think I would either.
Russ doesn't bring much positive value to your franchise. AD would, but then you had an AD and a bunch of scrubs. That's the only way they could get both.
And Ben Simmons.
Yeah.
Damn, that's shooting.
The only tradable pieces people want from the Lakers are that first round pick, the only one they have left, and Taylor Morgan Tucker, who's I don't even think is that good. I think he's
I don't either. He's average.
Well, the Lakers just signed a bunch of guys in free agency, so I think they're getting ready to.
Yeah, I don't think there's any GMs out there chomping at the bits for Juan Toscano Anderson.
He said they'd have to add THT and some picks. Shit, they might have to add the Staples Center and fucking.
You're trying to get KD or Kyrie, not fucking Joe Harris.
You'd have to do KD or fucking Russ, AD, and the naming rights to the stadium.
How many? What? Westbrook has what? One more year left, right?
That's why I think that it's very possible Kyrie and Russ get traded for each other.
I can see a Russell Westbrook in Brooklyn for a trade only because Brooklyn has to recoup money somehow after this fucking debacle. People will buy Russell Westbrook jerseys in Brooklyn. He's the shiny new toy in New York that the Knicks don't have. It's gonna write itself in those fucking stories. I mean, they
have to get rid of Simmons.
Well, I mean,
Simmons is dull and broken.
Ain't nobody
Man,
gonna talk about
fuck
Simmons.
what you talking about. I seen Ben Simmons before all this bullshit busting people's ass. Ben Simmons can hoop. He can't shoot, but he can hoop. He can help a team. I felt put Ben Simmons on Portland and watch what happens.
But yeah, Ben Simmons can play. But Westbrook's playing. He's going to be on the Lakers this year. No one wants Westbrook for $47 million.
I also think nobody wants to help them. Also, like,
right? Who would want to give them a gift? Because that's what you'd be doing is giving them a favor.
Yeah,
I think that's the KD and Kyrie. Kyrie and Russ will get traded for each other. That's the only way I see that happening. If Kyrie wants to get to the Lakers, and if the Lakers are willing to throw in that first round pick, the Nets will be like, "All right, cool." At the very least, I know Westbrook's dumbass will show up to work. Like he don't miss time.
He said Zach's not wrong about Ben Simmons.
Nah, Ben can hoop.
He just can't shoot.
When it comes
the thing is if you watch his workout videos, this motherfucker makes everything. It's like, why do you shoot that in a game?
Mental.
I don't want to play with Joel Embiid. I think it comes down to also the fan base, though. I mean, no offense to Philly fan bases, their fan base is really they'll cheer for you, but then if you fucking miss like a free throw, they're over there cussing you the fuck out. Like,
but my whole argument against that mental thing is even when he's not shooting, which is never, he still is defending really well and rebounding and protecting the rim. That shit takes just as much focus. So you're thinking about something.
His brain just shuts off.
I fail to believe that you're fucking the baddest motherfucker on the world on that side of the court and you're a bitch on that side. It doesn't like half court doesn't split that.
There's games that Jimmy Butler does where he's locked down defending the other guy and he'll score like fucking 10 points only and shit, and nobody fucking says him shit.
But Ben Simmons don't shoot the ball at all.
No, I know that, but I'm saying like I feel the heat he got. You put too much fucking pressure on him to be your second, and you overpaid fucking Tobias Harris to be your fucking your third when you actually pay him to be your second.
Would you rather have Rudy Gobert or Ben Simmons?
Ben Simmons.
Yes, that's so fucking quick.
I take Gobert. I don't like Gobert.
I'll take Ben Simmons. I think I can't. I don't want
something about a power forward / point guard who could rebound and push the ball. It's hard to beat those teams.
I just don't like Rudy Gobert.
I don't like him either. But I'll take this
dynasty.
Utah fans told me in all their groups that watch him get a jump shot this year and he's gonna be deadly. And I was like,
even a hook shot, like a baby hook, anything.
What did Tracy McGrady say about Rudy the other day? He's like, "What do you do all summer? Like you show up every year without any new moves."
Yeah. What does he do? He works on shot blocking. Like you're good. You're good at blocking. You have
On his Instagram, he's just been working out. That's all it fucking shows. Him at the gym, like bodybuilding or something.
he has bulked up, but like add a post move. Just one.
That's what Tracy said. He's like, I seen him post up Chris Paul and didn't get a good shot because he didn't have one move in his bag.
Maybe
I think he's getting traded though.
I think Rudy Gobert drops his bag every day before he comes into work.
Would you give up Rudy Gobert to Atlanta in exchange for John Collins and Clint Capella? And if the money didn't work out and Utah had to send somebody else, I would send Pascal to Atlanta.
Or Conley.
I don't think they'd want another point guard in Atlanta.
No, waive him or whatever. But
No, I think Trae's ego would get too hurt at that point.
it just depends what Utah wants to do. If Utah still wants to contend this year, which I don't see a real path where they could, Capella and Collins would help. They're not winning shit, but like it would help them stay relevant for a little bit.
Yeah.
But I would rather trade Rudy for a bunch of picks. They need to they got too excited. They got too excited when they were the 1 seed last year or 2 years ago. They thought they were title contenders.
Yeah.
That was a little fluky. That was a little like the Atlanta Hawks back in the day with Budenholzer when they had all those all-stars and they were the 1 seed and got destroyed by the Cavs.
Yeah.
And then they weren't shit until they got Trae Young. It's kind of the same thing. And it's almost too bad some of these teams find this lightning in a bottle and then it ruins their future because they go all in on the present. And that's what Utah did. I would trade everyone except Mitchell if you want to build around Mitchell.
I don't blame you.
Well, then that becomes the question. Do you want to trade for people to stay relevant now, or do you just blow it up so that you're good in the future?
Give me the dynamite. I'm
It
blowing.
depends on what you could get for those players. Like he said, like if you
Well, so
can
let's say
trade
you get
everybody-
Capella and the other guy, and you still finish 7th in the West, and you give a first-round exit, and you lose to fucking whoever.
Yeah, but you got all those picks for Rudy, so you know you're about to draft some shit. To say that you made the play at the very least, you're a 7 seed in the West. That's something. The West is going to be fucking good.
If I'm
You
Utah,
have young prospects. You have Azubuike. You have a big. So
is nobody in the NBA is like, yo, I want to fucking go to Utah and play there. You need to draft your damn
There's a
shit.
reason for that.
Yeah.
Hey, those Mormon girls kind of
OKC's doing it the right way. Nobody's like, fuck yeah, I want to go to OKC.
You know why Utah can't get free agents? I went to the bar earlier, and you have to. I went to a Chili's. Shout out, another unofficial sponsor. You have to say, I intend to get food in order to order a drink. You have to state your intent, and then you can't get 2 drinks unless you order food. It's fucking stupid. Utah, if you want free agents, you're gonna have to let people drink.
Shit, yeah, that's why Houston, Dallas, and San Antonio they don't give a fuck. Hey,
no state income tax in Texas. Like you got everything there, and Utah's like, nah, we're gonna be fucking stupid and restrict people from having fun.
they're like,
And let's make shitty ass jerseys too.
oh god, those fucking jerseys. Let me see if I can find that shit. That shit was fucking disgusting.
I'm just annoyed because Utah, like the Jazz fans, hold themselves up to the standard, but I'm like, you haven't earned that. It was all lightning in a bottle. It's so frustrating. And they've had good teams. They had good teams in the early 2000s. They had a good team a few years ago. But now they should blow it up. And Mitchell's still young. You can still build around Mitchell. He's not like Damian.
that's what I'm saying. You could build around Mitchell.
Nah, blow
You
the
can't
shit.
build around Rudy.
No, he's 30.
Let's look. These are the jerseys that James was talking about. Oh man. All right,
Close your eyes.
oh my gosh, hold on. This thing put the
I
wrong.
can see.
If you have a history of epilepsy or anything like that, look away.
Caleb.
You're lying though. Nah, he really does.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what he tells everybody. I did see him pass out on his feet one time.
God.
Yeah.
But in
Yeah.
fairness, we were deadlifting. So it was a little bit expected.
It's so bad. It's not even letting me save it on my damn freaking. Yeah, it's not allowed to be safe.
Maybe it's for the best.
It's like, nah, fam.
They look like the Oregon Ducks practice squad jerseys.
Ooh.
Yeah, they're pretty bad. Damn, I can't even find them anywhere else. That's how bad
They
they
need really everything for everybody.
Hmm?
What if Golden State puts a package together?
For KD?
Yeah.
They could.
Yeah.
They got the
That's what I'm saying.
Which
They
ones
could
are
do
you
Wiseman.
talking about?
They could do Wiseman, Kuminga,
Wiseman, Kaminga.
some picks.
Are you talking about like these like the orange, yellow, and red ones?
Nah, they're well, they look like bumblebee ones. Like,
I actually kind of like the sunset ones, but no, the new ones are like a highlighter yellow.
Would you give up Wiggins,
No,
Moody, and Wiseman for Katie?
I really like Wiggins on that team.
I think
think
it's
you
the
need
best
to-
fit, but don't be like. Think about it like this: is that the best fit for him, or is he the best fit for them? Because you can't make me believe if KD was on that team instead of him that the defense would matter because they'd score so many more fucking points.
Oh, what the hell?
Yeah.
Like so great. And then the white ones aren't much better.
I can't even find those on Google.
And then the black ones are okay. Like those are probably the best of the set. And then they're alternate. They just went back to the 90s, which they probably should have just gone back to those full time.
anything don't want me to. Yeah, it won't let me download them. That's how bad they are.
I wonder why Bagley went back to Detroit.
Oh, here they are. How much one of these run somebody? $2? $3?
$200.
$200? Bro, I can't get a Brewer City Connect jersey for less than $150.
Free agent guard DeLon Wright has agreed to a 2-year, $60 million deal to the Washington Wizards.
They're stacking up guards over there. Hey, what if they do go try to get KD?
Remember when he was a free agent after OKC? The Wizards went hard after him because of his roots,
Yeah.
and he never
Was
heard
it
him out.
Prince George County or something over there where he's from?
Yeah.
Prince George County. What a
It's not
name.
that crazy of an idea.
No, I like it. The more I think about it,
Because I don't think the Wizards traded a lot of their first, so they should still have picks to give.
they have at least one of ours. Pretty sure.
Somewhere
We
down
sent it
there.
with Russ. Thank God Mo Bamba went back to Orlando. I didn't want him at all.
I wouldn't mind if the Bucks were able to get him as how much money did he get?
2 years, 26,
21.
I think.
21.
Oh yeah, Bucks couldn't have afforded that. That would have been a nice guy to have.
The Knicks got Hardenstein. That is a good pickup for them.
What did he end up signing for?
Who?
Harden.
Oh,
Hardenstein, 2 years, 16 million.
Okay.
thank God you went there too.
Why the fuck are the Clippers still signing Nicholas Batum?
Still signing. Yeah, for real.
To me, it seems like he's been around forever. You think he'd be like gone by now?
Still looking for that ring, bro.
I don't blame him. He was a good ass player. I mean, he's still pretty good, but I don't know if he's a pound forward. I like the Malik Monk to Sacramento too.
What do you like about it?
Nice work.
I don't know. I think that's the bench player they need.
Bro, homie had a movie named, or homie had a movie after him, and then Utah let him go.
Who?
Juancho Hernan Gomez.
Juancho?
Juancho.
Oh yeah,
He was in a Hustle with Ant,
Yeah, my
Oh,
brother said
yeah.
it sucked, so I didn't watch it.
and then they just released him today.
Good.
I heard it was a good movie.
It is
My
a
brother
good
said it
movie. I
sucked.
watched it.
yeah, it's not bad.
I enjoyed it a lot. Next
Oh,
on
yeah,
the list
Chandler
is Rise with about Giannis.
No, I ain't watching
Yeah,
that.
I'm gonna watch that.
What the fuck? You won't watch Hustle, but you're gonna watch that shit.
I stopped watching Rise because they Disney-fied it too much. Because I just read the Giannis biography last year that just came out. They were so poor. Like that was the poorest, like rags to riches story. And in the Disney movie, they make it look like they were like poor, but like still
A little bit poor.
shopping, and they had a computer. I'm like, bullshit. Like they didn't have anything.
No, they didn't have shit.
And like I don't know. I mean, it's Disney. It's a PG movie, so you can't make it too.
Bro, Giannis walked to the stadium his rookie year.
I would have put him in like the hood, talking about the people smoking crack and shit. Like,
Do you think Kemba Walker?
Could you imagine
gets signed?
somebody in Giannis's accent talking about people smoking crack?
What did you say, Zach?
Do y'all think Kemba Walker would get signed after he gets bought out?
Somewhere. I don't know
Yeah,
where though.
someone will sign for just for his name. Someone will sign for him.
Maybe Dallas.
I was about to say, I think Dallas would be a nice spot for me. You got Spencer Dinwiddie over there that could take most of the rain. Luka's going to take rain also, so you can just go out there and do whatever the fuck you do.
Do you think he's getting anything above the minimum?
Kemba, no, he's getting the minimum.
I was going to say the Bucks wouldn't be a bad fit, a nice backup point guard, but Joe Ingles might be that.
I like Joe Ingles. I'm glad y'all got him, man. He's not going to play until
I think maybe
next
just
year.
because Joe is going to get hurt, the Bucks maybe might go after him for the league minimum and just see how he does the first half of the season.
I can see the Bulls going after him. The Bulls will go after any veteran.
True.
It makes sense now, James. We were trying to figure out who should play the 2 guard for Milwaukee earlier. They drafted one. They got Marjon Beauchamp. I don't think he'll start, but he'll probably be like your 8th man, I think.
Well, that's the thing. You could start Pat, and then Beauchamp could be off the bench. Yeah. I like him as a cutting wing.
I think it makes sense. They're on to something over there. Those guys.
Those guys in Milwaukee.
After blowing the last 6 years of drafting, they're on to something.
Yeah. Well, it's because I really wanted Beauchamp, and y'all took him.
You did. I mean, you guys did okay.
But I'm not sweating it because we got Ty. And if Marjon had to go anywhere else, I'm glad y'all got him.
Yeah, Houston's looking pretty good.
That's why I don't want nobody.
We got our boy Jason Tate back, man.
Yeah, you really shouldn't sign anybody.
Bam.
Like, I'm not opposed to bringing in a player like a Rubio.
On a small deal, yeah, as a veteran.
Just to be around. I wanted somebody like JaVale McGee. But that's not going to happen. But for the sake of making our players tougher, I'm not opposed to going to offer a deal to, like, Andre Drummond.
Drummond's a guy who seems to be ring chasing, though.
Yeah, I know, but it seems like the teams who are going after him don't want him that bad.
Honestly, the Bucks need a backup center.
I think he goes back to Philly. I think he genuinely enjoyed being the backup to Embiid.
Sixers are interested. It should be. We haven't even talked about Zach LaVine. What does that say about Zach LaVine? After an hour.
It's one of those things where you hear people say it enough, he's just going back to Chicago. It's like, who cares?
Yeah.
But I wasn't as hype on that team as y'all were. I still don't like that team.
I wasn't hyped on Chicago at all.
From the second, yeah, probably not. Somebody, let's blame it on Nick.
I think Calvin was hyped on Chicago.
That was me.
No, Chicago got Alex Caruso and Calvin.
But that's the thing is they got Caruso and Ball and DeMar, and they're good players. But I wasn't that hype on them. I knew they would have a hard time scoring in a half court.
They were gonna be fun to fucking watch, bro. Chicago hasn't had shit to root for since fucking they lost Derrick Rose to his knees and Michael Jordan to fucking gambling. All right.
Yeah, but
Michael Jordan to baseball.
Yeah, they haven't had shit to root for. Right? They needed something, and then LaVine was supposed to be your guy, and then fucking ended up being DeRozan.
Well, it's because you get DeMar DeRozan.
I'm curious how good that team could be if fucking Lonzo Ball wasn't hurt all the time.
Yeah. Oh, well, he's gonna be having the. I think he's going after Devin Booker's chick, so we'll see how he does this year.
Who? Khloe Kardashian?
Yeah.
That was Kylie Jenner.
Or one of them, yeah. One of the Kardashians.
Yeah, Andrew Bogut said some. Did you see that? Andrew Bogut said some things about her.
Oh, yeah.
Not very PC, but he's Australian, so he doesn't care.
Oh, man.
Where are you gonna go, Durant?
I know we can't even do like winners and losers yet until.
Oh, I didn't even finish those other trades.
You know
Who
what?
do you
Who do you
want him to go to?
KD is gonna be a Shanghai Dragon by the end of the year. You watch.
That'd be fucking hilarious.
I want KD to go to a shitty franchise. I just think if the Nets get the best package from a shitty franchise, then they should take it. They shouldn't give a shit where he wants to go. So I want to be at Sacramento or in Orlando or Toronto's not a shitty franchise, but it's not somewhere he wants to go.
I really want him to go to Washington.
I like that too. I really like that idea.
I want him to go help fucking Damian Lillard out.
Because it throws another team right into the mix of competition in the East. I mean, I guess you take another one out with Brooklyn, but
wait, Brooklyn was in there?
if you told me that KD, Kyrie, and Ben Simmons were coming to play basketball next year the right way, like do their job, I would say they'd win the East.
You'd like them to.
That's what's weird. That Nets team would have been good next year.
That's what I'm saying. Ben Simmons found his way to the one team he could actually be good on, and everybody else decides to take their ball and go home.
Mm-hmm.
I hope Ben Simmons probably won't get traded right now, but eventually he will. And I need him to go to Portland or San Antonio.
Let's see. There were still 2 more trade rumors for KD.
For who?
Toronto is the next team. Brooklyn will receive OJ Anunoby, Garrett Trent Jr., four future first-round picks, and 3 pick swaps.
Oof, 7? Too many picks, but if that's all the players they have to give up, and then Durrant, Siakam, that'd be a good team.
Yeah, if I'm the Nets, I do that. Because then your starting lineup would be KD at the 3, Barnes at the 2, Siakam at the 4, and Boucher at the 5, or Achua at the 5.
That's a title contender.
Especially with Van Vliet. There's no way Van Vliet's not included in that trade.
If any GM has the balls to do that, it's Masai.
What if KD goes to Toronto and wins a ring? Like Kawhi.
And then leaves.
And then leaves. It's like, I'm out.
I did my business. They're like the mercenary team.
And then
KD
he goes
would
and signs
bitch if
with
he
the
had to go to
Clippers.
Toronto. I don't even like Drake.
That'd be a scary Raptors team, though. It'd be so long defense.
I fail to believe that's all they would have to give up, though.
I don't know. 7 picks in those 2 guys?
The Rockets got 7 picks, including the swap, like if you add them in for James Harden. So
yeah,
KD's worth more than him.
But at the time, Harden's value was a lot higher than it is now.
Yeah, but the players we ended up with were fucking Avery Bradley and
Dante Exum.
Dante Exum and Kelly Olynyk, and Gary Trent and OG are way better than those.
That's
guys.
honestly what made the trade look so shitty for you guys. Is everyone looks at the players first, and like you got Avery Bradley and Olynyk for Harden, but you got 7 picks, and now the Nets. You were trusting the Nets would screw up like always.
And
that's kind of what Raphael Stone said. He's like, you don't think that we know we would have been better with Jared Allen? We didn't want Jared Allen. We wanted
Caris LeVert.
That's true. Why would you want to be better if you're trying to rebuild and get good picks?
That's why they got rid of Caris LeVert. People are like, why didn't you keep him? We could have been. For what? To stay in the – that's the thing I hate about fucking teams. You want to stay relevant. I don't want to be the fucking 10th seed every year. Now, if my Rockets compete for the 10th this year on the up, cool. But I don't want to be stuck at the fucking 10th seed like fucking all these damn teams. That's
what San Antonio just realized. I don't want to be 10 no more.
The motherfuckers is there like, hell yeah, playoffs. Never mind. We got our ass beat again. The Knicks. Motherfuckers missed the playoffs. They're not even going. They don't even know what fucking way they're going. They give up draft picks. They fucking get random.
Do you think we're harsh on them because they are the Knicks?
Yes.
Because if any other team would have did this Jalen Brunson signing, we'd be glorifying it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. The
Well,
Knicks.
because of all they did, they hired his dad or uncle or whatever.
His dad.
They hired his dad to the staff. They traded all their picks. They gave up these good prospects just to sign this guy to overpay. Because if Charlotte does that, it's like, oh, it's just Michael Jordan being a dumbass. But if Knicks, it's like
the Knicks have been notoriously bad my whole life almost since I can remember watching basketball. So I always hear about Madison Square Garden. I've seen Madison Square Garden. I've been there. It's a beautiful place inside. Looks nice.
Fun.
But fuck, everybody else does fucking good there except for their own damn team. Like, I mean, don't count Linsanity's shit and all that stuff, but it's just
Linsanity was good. The Knicks were not good.
Yeah.
I got to see the good Knicks in the 90s, so it was good.
Starks.
UN Starks. Even all the way to when they lost to San Antonio in the finals, that team was good.
Yeah, I didn't.
Was that the lockout year?
I grew up with like Stephon Marbury and fucking.
I mean, I remember Charles Oakley and Anthony Mason. I remember having to play those fuckers in the finals.
I don't know. I think the way they say the Lakers are good for the league, the Knicks are good for the league, and
it is true. When the Knicks are doing good, basketball's better. When they went and played Atlanta in the playoffs 2 years ago, that first game they played was the best game of those playoffs.
That was fun
series. All the shit talking and Trae Young being a villain.
And now they definitely ain't meeting in the playoffs.
They just need to trade Randolph. That's all they need to do.
I don't know what they're going to get for Randall at this point.
I almost dare say call Atlanta and say, hey, I'll swap you power forwards right now. Collins for Randolph.
It writes itself.
Exactly. It's like, you got a guy y'all don't want. I got a guy that we don't want.
Randall wouldn't fit that Hawks team at all.
No, but I think on that team, it's not that big a deal to have him come off the bench.
Because I think he'd be a cancer in your league, in your team.
I'm starting Capella, DeAndre, Dejounte, Trae Young. That fucker comes off the bench. Yeah, they might have to start him. My bad. Because they got rid of Gallinari.
Yeah. So who do you think's winning free agency so far? It's really early, but
in signings or do trades count?
Both count.
It has to be Atlanta.
In the trades?
Yeah, I don't think there's been any big enough signings that.
Signings wise, it's you guys, the Bucks, because y'all got what y'all needed. Like y'all targeted in, got it, and it's like we're out.
Got our guy back, got Ingles done. That's
like them fools went into the grocery store and like, all we needed eggs and bread. Let's go.
I think another key winner.
Wizards got their guy.
Wizards.
Another winner in this is Houston, because that team in Brooklyn's fucking up, and our picks are getting better and better.
Bam! Fucking love it. This is the guy that won it all today. Denver, you got a fucking stud, even though you got a bum on your team.
I'm happy for him.
Get your bag, bro. You deserve it. The real MVP, not Joel Embiid.
The bad thing is you look at that shit and it says $264 million, and then you realize it's like they pay Michael Porter $205.
No,
yeah,
let's say that as out.
That's why he's a bum.
I think the losers so far, obviously Brooklyn, unless they get some big ass nice returns for those guys. But
I think they'll get a big return for KD, and I actually wouldn't be surprised if Kyrie starts the season in a Nets uniform.
They said that they don't think he's gonna even suit up for them again this year.
If they're willing to say that, then that means they're not getting very much for him.
I do feel the COVID stuff, his flat earth stuff, everything just adds up on top. He's something else. Like you have Harden and KD, and you basically lose Harden by keeping Kyrie. It seems now, and then you fucking lose KD now. And
I have a question. I have a ballsy question. If you were the GM of Minnesota and you were trying to rid D'Lo's contract, would you trade D'Lo for Kyrie? If Kyrie works out, good. If not, he leaves after a year, and I freed up that money to go get a point guard.
Yeah, I don't think the Nets would take D'Lo back though.
I think they might.
I think they're just done with him. I feel with Kyrie, they want to wash their hands with him. It's kind of like, all right,
D'Lo and some picks. Why not?
What if I gave you like D'Lo and like Jalen McDaniels and Josh Okogie?
Minnesota would be a good fit for Kyrie. Him and Cat. And that'd be a good team.
Yeah.
Really good team. Not a title contender yet, but close.
They wouldn't have the same problems that they had last year, though. Like their issue is like there was just certain times where that team needed a one-on-one player to go be a ball hog, and D'Lo wasn't doing it. It might have been because Memphis plays physical, but D'Lo didn't do it. And there's not a person in the world that could stand in front of Kyrie and he's not going to try to shoot it over him. That's why I'm thinking Minnesota would be a good spot for him. All right, Minnesota and Washington, I'm doing y'all's job. Get y'all shit together.
No. There was one more trade. They said Portland Trailblazers.
I just don't know what they have to give up.
They say they give up Simmons, Shaedon Sharpe, Josh Hart, 3 future first-round picks, and 3 swaps.
That's actually a good package, but then they'd be left with nothing other than KD and Dame.
KD, Dame, Jeremy
Nurkic.
Grant. Nurkic is a free agent. They won't have any money to sign him.
True.
But if you're going to do that, you have to do it right now. So you have Dame at the point. You have a 3-4 in Grant and Durant. I don't know how they can afford to build a team around that. But it is a problem I think they'd like to have.
Yeah. Better than what they have now.
I think it's a bunch of somebody's about to get traded out in Brooklyn.
I think Seth Curry will get traded.
Yeah.
It's weird how they're losing probably both of them, and they re-signed Patty Mills and like.
But you also signed Royce O'Neal.
Well, traded for that was weird as hell too.
And you gave up a first rounder for it.
Like you just have plenty of those.
Yeah.
I still think the Warriors should try to trade for Seth Curry if he's available. That'd be cool. Just a year, bring Seth off the bench.
No, they better go get fucking Gary Payton Jr. back. I'm gonna be mad if they don't go get him back.
He might get some money elsewhere.
Yeah, that's what I don't know. My thing about him is Bruce Brown is also a free agent, and they're so similar.
Yeah, they are. I'd rather have Gary Payton though.
Oh, me too. But Bruce Brown will be more available, like affordable to people, so he'll get going first, and I think that'll set the price for Payton.
Bruce Brown flexes after he makes a layup like every time.
Yeah, he does. He's the kind of dude that needs to go play in like Dallas.
I want to be a bad fit.
Dallas, he'd be a good fit for Utah because you can almost run offense through him sometimes.
Yeah, especially with losing Royce. Yeah, I'm really curious to see what the Jazz plan is.
I don't think they have one.
It doesn't seem like it.
Well, my first instinct is that the new coach is going to want him to run. But I think they led the league in pace anyway, so it's like y'all can't get faster. So what do you got to do?
Gobert and got someone even quicker. Like Capella would probably be a little faster.
Yeah.
Miles Turner trade idea, which I still like.
I just think that team's not very athletic. Get more athletic and see what happens.
Yeah, they
You
could
got too many specialists on that team.
Kyle Anderson would have been a great fit for them.
He would have replaced Ingles.
Yeah.
I don't think he shoots as well as Ingles, but I like Kyle Anderson. He reminds me of old Boris Diaw.
Trying to see who else is available still. I mean, I forgot.
The Pistons.
The Lakers got Lonnie Walker. I forgot about that.
I like the Pistons. Like, that's a good young team to me. I'm surprised Bagley went back there. They already have Isaiah Stewart. They drafted Jalen Durrant.
Oh, here we go. All right. So it looks like the best. I mean, like we said, Zach LaVine still. Harden's going back to Philly. I think Gary Harris just signed with somebody right now, if I'm not mistaken.
Now, if you tell me that Zach LaVine goes to sign a deal with Portland, and then Portland pulls that trade off that you were talking about, and he's not included in that, that'll be fucking good.
I mean, I feel now it looks like a lot of people are doing the re-signs more than, I mean, there's not really a lot of big names anyway this year with people that you can get, like Montrezl Harrell, I guess, depending on what happens with that dope stuff.
Yeah, this is a little weed.
DeAndre Ayton, I guess, his sign and trade, but that's more of like the team and him working on that shit. Kevin Looney, I guess, would be.
Do you think Dallas would get desperate and go for DeAndre Ayton? I could see them because they always want to go after the biggest names available. And
they just got Christian Wood, so are you going to play him?
Christian Wood would have to be in that trade.
Unless he played with the 4.
I mean, the only reason Christian Wood doesn't have to be is because he's not paid very much. I think he only makes like $9 million.
Yeah, you could do him at the 4, Ayton at the 5, Luka.
But what does Dallas have that Phoenix could use? You have to replace Ayton.
Yeah.
So
they don't have shit.
Yeah, they don't have shit.
Look, somebody needs to trade for Eric Gordon already.
No, we want to keep him, bro. If he's willing to be a vet on our team for a little bit of money, I'm cool with it. I mean, it's not a little bit of money, but
how many more years do you have? One more?
I don't know.
If it's after 1, I don't want him anymore.
They just extended him for the max.
Yeah, the super max.
Yeah, they somehow got they're able to give him 260. They give him the Jokic.
Yeah,
they said he's their MVP.
I believe it. Yeah.
The Houston Rockets signing Eric Gordon through age.
I'm not in a hurry to trade Eric Gordon because I have a feeling it's going to be for something we don't want. Don't do anything irrational.
Would you trade for just like a few second rounders, just on the dump?
Nah, they just got. I want a first.
That's the thing is, I'm not eager to dump you.
If Royce O'Neal just got a first, I want at least the fucking first for Eric Gordon.
That's true.
He can still help the playoff team, man.
Is that Royce one protected? The pick?
I'm not sure.
I doubt it'd be an unprotected first for Royce O'Neal.
No, I don't think it is.
That's the beauty of the San Antonio trade. Every pick they got was unprotected.
That was insane when I saw that.
Every pick the Knicks got from the draft are all protected. Like, they can't get anything inside the top 14. And then they have 2 picks that are protected to 19. It's like, what? How did you get talked into 19?
They have to just pick in the draft.
Yeah.
It's like, we're so used to the 20th anyway. Let's fucking just stay fucking there.
So dumb.
There's teams that we just know are gonna fucking suck. And
I'm so sick of these fucking old Rockets going to sign in Philly. I'm getting mad.
You got Daniel House, you got PJ Tucker,
James Harden, our GM. I'm telling you, if fucking Austin Rivers or Gerald Green end up on that team, we're gonna have problems.
Trevor Ariza.
Where's D'Antoni at?
He'll be there soon. Wait for it. Wait for it. These fuckers are putting our old team together with Joel Embiid. I'll be damned.
I'm
Really?
rooting
Well,
against them all year.
He
one of my
couldn't
last
just brought.
things, I think Charlotte's really lost his free agency. And they had Kenny Atkinson be like, you know what? I'm good. I'd rather be an assistant than get one of the 30 jobs in the world. And then the Bridges thing happened. The Harrell thing happened. Oof, that's rough.
Yep.
That Cliff looks like the smartest dude in the world. Imagine taking the Charlotte head coach's job and then 2 dudes go to jail.
Gosh.
Yeah,
dang.
let's just bring Steve Clifford back. We probably shouldn't have fired in the first place.
Like, hey, bro, you want it back?
Yeah. Clifford's an idiot.
Oh man,
If I'm Houston, I'm going to call Charlotte and offer you Kenyon Martin Jr. for Kai Jones. Because if you just drafted Mark Williams from Duke, you don't need a center or a backup. And I need your backup.
they probably do it at this point now. They're like, you know what, fuck it.
We'd probably have to give them like
Criminal
Garrison Matthews.
Oh.
It's like he's a swell guy. Like minded. These are his out. He was a Boy Scout back in the day.
He's really nice, we promise.
What happens?
You know who we forgot? I just went off. I was trying to figure out why I couldn't put that Atlanta roster together earlier, and I was like, I was forgetting somebody. I forgot Bogdanovich at the 3.
DeAndre Hunter.
Well, I had him at the 3, so I'm moving DeAndre Hunter to the 4. And if you don't feel confident about that, don't forget they drafted AJ Griffin.
Oh, right.
Yeah, no, they had.
My point of the story was I literally would trade Collins' ass for anything if I'm Atlanta.
I think you have to get something for him. Get him off your
You'll
books.
get something, but
Yeah, get him off your books. I mean, the part that pissed me off was your whole team fighting with these motherfuckers. I forgot what team they were playing. You got dudes pushing your damn star player. He's over there like, yeah, what's up, bro? Yeah. Like, bro, come on, man. Like,
they're not going to do that to Trae now. DeJounte's there.
yeah. Oh no, yeah, they weren't.
So they can't pick on the little fella.
Oh man. Well, I mean, Nikola got some help. You got DeAndre Jordan over there.
To do what?
To
I don't even know how he's still in this league. You cannot make me believe that there's not somebody in the G League better than him.
He got so hyped when he went with the Nets when they got KD and Kyrie. It's like, why?
Same reason Blake Griffin got excited.
It's like when that whole Lob City team broke up, Chris Paul took everybody's talent. JJ Redick had just enough to stay in the league for a couple years and be relevant, but everybody else is like, I don't know what happened.
That's true.
Chris Paul's like the monster. He's just the one. You pass them the ball and take their talent.
Chris Paul is the one kid at the park who actually showed up with the ball.
Yeah, but you don't get to play until he puts his shoes on.
And he takes forever to put his shoes on.
Yeah.
He's got to put his ankle braces on first.
Yeah.
And he might change his shoes depending on how dirty the court is. If there's too many people, then he needs to put on some high tops because he can't risk stepping on somebody's foot.
It's a rule.
I'm that guy. If I start out on low tops and I feel that there's too many people on the court, I need to go switch to high tops. Timeout. Ain't no timeout in rec league.
Oh,
5-on-4.
So it is official. Jalen Brunson does sign with the Knicks.
Mm.
He just did it now.
Just now.
So he gets his 4-year, $110 million deal. And the deal includes a player option on the final season in case he's like, yo, this shit was a bust.
What the fuck are the Lakers trying to do?
Anything. Stay relevant.
They know that Brooklyn's not going to have a team, so they're trying to sign 18 guys for like the league minimum, and then they're going to include them on their package for KD.
Oh, this freaking video of this picture of what was his name? The guy that you put, Juan Toscano.
Yeah,
He had like 10,000 fucking likes on it, and people were like, "Hell yeah, the guy we need to help us win this year." I'm like,
Delusional.
The first Mexican national champion. Remember when he came into the league, they called him the Mexican Curry?
Yeah. Oh god.
a career 4.8 GPG scorer.
If Chicago
This
don't
is
get
the
LaVine
guy.
back, what do they do?
What happened?
If Chicago can't get LaVine back, what are they going to do? They're
There
gonna
ain't
suck.
nobody. There's nobody in this draft. I mean, in this free agency, really.
Oh.
You're kind of stuck until my guess is 2023, where there's a little more fizzle. I mean, Chris Middleton becomes a free agent. Kyrie would become a free agent. I mean, Wiggins, Nikola. Did Jermaine Grant get a new contract in his trade, or did he just get traded?
No, I don't think he got a new contract.
Right.
But there's like 3 grants, so
Yeah.
Jermaine,
they're all brothers. If Chicago doesn't get LaVine back, do you put Pat Williams at the 3 and then go try to get Collins or Randall?
I think you kind of have to.
Yeah.
Your talent takes a hit. I mean,
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I
you
do
suck.
feel though with LaVine, it kind of the KD stuff I think helps you though also, because does LaVine want to wait? I mean, KD is the big domino that has to fall for a lot more stuff to happen now. So is LaVine like, I just want to get this shit done, or because for me, like as a player, he seems like the guy that's like, I know how good I am now. I've proven myself. And now you're sitting telling me to go sit the fuck back for KD to make his choice, which as a respect thing, he's a better player than you. But I'm trying to get my shit and be done with this shit. So it may help Chicago in the instance of Portland being like, whoa. We're trying to get Kevin Durant. Give me a few weeks and then I'll come back to you.
If LaVine's trying to stay with the Bulls, I think he'd do it quick. But the longer it goes, I think the Bulls might be more worried because it looks like he's really thinking about leaving and waiting to see what Durant does.
I mean, at least it wasn't like the Jalen Brunson thing. Like,
That has to be some form of tampering, what the Knicks did with Jalen Brunson.
Hiring his dad.
Yeah.
Just to be the 6th seed, 7th seed.
That's an improvement, though.
They make the play-in tournament. That's about it.
they need that.
They get kicked out of that.
All they have to do is make it close and they'll be good.
Do you think
idiots though not giving Brunson the extension in the winter?
Yeah. Do you think the Knicks made a mistake by not going after Colin Sexton over Jalen Brunson? Because he's more of a scorer?
He was out all last year, really. I don't know. That's tougher to project. Where Brunson showed out in the playoffs, so I think it's an easier sell to their crazy fan base.
I just think that Brunson doesn't realize, bro, you're not about to get an open lane to the basket.
Costa said
on that team.
Jalen Brunson and RJ is going to be a great combo.
Be okay.
Yeah, I'll be okay. I'm not an RJ fan at all, but he did finish the season good.
They got Evan Fournier, bro. They're good.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when he was like a top 5 prospect.
Who?
RJ Barrett.
He's not a bad player, but I don't think he can ever be the best player on a winning team, like a championship team.
Oh, absolutely not.
Don't sell that to the fans. That's
What
their
happened to Cam Reddish?
Man, that's the biggest waste of talent right there. That's a dumbass coach. I would love to have Cam Reddish on my team.
There was a trade package I saw for the Rockets to get him.
But now we got Tari Eason. I don't think we really need. We don't got a spot for him. I don't want him to bounce around and be like Kelly Oubre.
We got to trade. I mean, speaking of our Rockets, we have to trade somebody. We got too many damn players on the damn roster right now.
Word.
Kenny Martin Jr. His dad said he wants to be on a better team. Okay, bye. I want to keep Boban just because I want to fucking have a bobblehead of him.
But you still need a backup. Boban cannot be a full-time backup.
No, I know. I want Boban for that veteran presence on and off the court.
Word.
And
He's my Udonis Haslam. All right.
Don't forget
At
the
the
bobblehead.
very least, I want to see Jalen Green stand on Boban's shoulders.
There we go. I'm sure.
I'll trade Eric Gordon if it's right. I'll trade Kevin Porter if it's right.
Oh, I'm definitely trading Kevin Porter. If he takes another step in.
But that's the thing. Everybody will be hating on him. Fuck it. Just trade him. Let's not wait and see.
But he also loves the city a lot. So it's kind of like
I really like him. He'd make our life so much easier if he would just be a backup point guard and we can go pay for a real one.
I mean, it was our experiment after.
I just watched enough Rockets basketball to tell you our best guard combination is Jalen Green and Josh Christopher. And now you got Ty, so you don't know how good he's going to be. Or as Caleb would call him, Young M.A.
Well, Kevin Durant, hurry the fuck up.
Yeah, I don't think he's getting traded today.
Nah, he ain't. I'm gonna enjoy my 4th of July weekend of just sleeping in and stuff because I know he ain't.
Yeah.
As long as he doesn't pull a Carlos Correa bullshit.
That's what's gonna happen
in the morning.
No, it's gonna happen that way. That shit's gonna happen like on Sunday at like 3:30. Watch.
Fucking random time and
It's
shit.
like 7 in the morning.
He's gonna be like, my favorite tweet on Twitter was at this time, so this is the time I'm picking my decision. Like, get the fuck
All
out.
these fools that work for Turner and NBA are like, bitch, we thought we had the day off, and now we got to come in because you decided you want to get traded.
When you were thinking years ago.
Selfish, Kevin Durant. You're selfish.
So I'm guessing KD goes first, then Kyrie goes second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the rest of the league follows. I like it, though. We have drama. More drama than we thought.
Please go to Washington. I think that's the perfect spot for you.
He's going to end up in Portland.
Washington has so many players on that team, though, that you could easily still be really good.
Oh, it does, but he's going to end up in Portland.
I don't hate that either. If Kevin Durant ends up in Portland, then Dame Lillard is a genius.
Anywhere but Miami or Phoenix.
I don't mind Miami.
I like Miami. If he goes to Miami, that team's gonna be fun to watch. Phoenix, I don't know. I rooted for Phoenix 2 years ago, but
I just got the Woj update that they Brunson's actually getting 104, not 110.
Oh, that's a little better. They saved
Poor little OU.
That's less than what he got offered by.
But then his dad just got a $6 million raise. It's kind of weird.
Yeah. I don't even know why we're wasting time talking about Brunson. If he came out and said, I played basketball with the most ball dominant player in the league, that means I don't want to come back.
From the way it looks of the Knicks fans are saying, my team got robbed. Again, 0 playoffs next year. Amazing. The Knicks are going to Knicks. Let's cheer for the trash that they bring. They go.
Is Dallas still a playoff team?
Somebody said, "Why the fuck we pay this much for Dennis Schroeder?"
Oh, that's cool. Where did he go?
Who?
Schroeder is a free agent for real.
No, he's a free agent, but somebody was saying, "Why the hell we pay this much for him?"
Schroeder should go to. I really wish he came back to Houston. He fit us pretty good. I wouldn't be surprised if Schroeder goes to Dallas.
Yeah.
Because I could play with Christian Wood. I know what this idiot wants the ball at.
Detroit, I could see.
Costa says Denver
Yeah.
low-key has the best package to get Durant. Trade the bums.
Trade that bum.
If I could see KD and Nikola play together,
That's
bruh.
a total favorite.
And Jamal Murray.
That's
Yeah,
a
him
total
too if he
favorite.
ever comes back. But yeah, those two motherfuckers there. Hey.
You center a package around Michael Porter, Bones Highland.
I'm throwing him in. I would pack Michael. I would fly to Denver, pack Michael Porter's fucking bags, just so I could see those guys play on Christmas Day.
That's a
Like,
good
wow,
return for the Nets if they got like 5 or 6 picks. Michael Porter Jr. And then for Denver, they'd be a title contender right away.
I would do that trade, but I'm gonna ask Brooklyn to send me something with Kevin Durant. Just so I made sure I had enough players if I'm Denver. Because you just shipped 2 players over to Washington.
Give me Patty Mills. I got it.
I mean,
Look,
Seth Curry would be a good one to go.
I mean, he is a free agent after this year, so I mean, it's a good thing for both. You get something for him, and then you get a 1-year rental off of him in Denver. I mean, if Denver makes that fucking trade though, and they get KD, if I'm Utah, I'm blowing my shit up fucking now. Ain't no fucking way you can sit there and tell me that Gobert and Mitchell are gonna be. I'm like, oh shit, it was fun. All right, guys, Rudy, you want that Rudy trade? I bet. I'm doing it fucking right now.
That's ridiculous that teams are having to give up 6 and 7 picks.
Hey,
maybe we'll see.
If you're good,
if DeJounte got 4 picks, then
that's true.
And only one of them was a pick swap.
Harden
It's
got
just
7.
it's the precedent that gets set by bad players getting traded for not bad, but not as good as KD and getting 4 picks, like you said.
I do say though, this is also a wake-up call for some franchises that want to build their teams instead of draft their teams. I mean, Boston showed that you can draft. Basically, Milwaukee, I mean, they had Giannis, which was fucking amazing pick. Now, you have these teams that, especially if you're a smaller market, I mean, Brooklyn, I'm sorry to say this, you're not a small market, but you're second fiddle in that you're the Clippers of that city. This is what happens. You hinder your fucking future again. Hey, you may get saved a bit because Kevin Durant at least has value, not like when you did it the first time.
It's still salvageable for them.
Yeah.
If you get a shit ton of picks for Durant and you also make sure that you win the trade when you trade Ben Simmons, then your hit will be less severe.
Yeah.
That's what they should be focused on. Kyrie is obsolete at this point. It's like, whatever I can get for your ass, just get the fuck on.
Somebody's going to take him. They still are praising him on damn ESPN, bro. I mean, he can ball. I mean, we know that, but is it worth the
headaches?
If you could put a piece of duct tape over Kyrie's mouth whenever he's not on the basketball court, there'd be 29 teams in the league looking for him.
Well, fuck. If you did that, it'd still be with Brooklyn. It's such a waste of talent, that big three. It's because the only time I actually remember them playing was in the playoffs against Boston in 2021 before they lost to Milwaukee. And when they played Boston in that first round, they beat the shit out of them.
They did.
That looked good. And that's the only sample we have of that team. Yeah. So it's like we have nothing. Everything is just off the court bullshit that was nonsense, not relative to the actual game. And that's what's sad about the whole thing, you know?
Oh, well.
Damn.
Yeah, oh, well. More picks for us.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Hey. That's a fun one. 2027, I'll be good. Hey. To all those fans that laughed at us, thank you. Man.
Where are you now?
I'm gonna go find that post that I commented like on 2021. That was like Rockets had the worst trade in NBA history.
I'm not gonna lie, we were all in on Ben Simmons.
No, I was in on him for sure, and then
inevitably it led to Jalen Green. So I'm glad I was wrong on that one.
Yeah, I thought you should have got Simmons, but
That was just us being in our feelings because Harden was being a bitch, so we were trying to find a way to be a bitch back to him. That's all that was.
Yeah, everybody was like, y'all missed out on that. Oh my god. Sacramento fans. What the fuck?
That Miami trade sounded good to me the more I think about it, but that is a lot of picks. I don't know if they're willing to give up that many picks.
And Miami's one that actually likes doing their draft, so it's kind of.
Well, my thing is that seems like an act of desperation, and Pat Riley doesn't do shit like that.
No, he won't give up that many first. Unless he sees that there's no other way to contend.
I think if you take Bam, Butler, and KD on that team, and I think James is right. Kyle Lowry being in that trade is a little bit foolish. So I'm going to say that he's still there. It's a good team. It might be the best in the East.
I think you can replace him.
Hey, if we're going to talk about failed trades, remember the Bucks almost had Steph Curry.
Players fuck up.
John goes, do the Nets go down as the biggest fail to going after a title with who they had?
I kind of feel that way.
The Lakers, when they got Nash and Howard, they were supposed to be the shit too. That was a big fail.
Oh, man.
The Rockets, when we got Barkley and Pippen and Clyde.
Or the Lakers when they got Malone.
Yeah, that was kind of dumb. In actuality, they still should have won that. They rolled into Malone shouldn't have played those finals. It's like you were hurt all the way up to him, and then you decided to play. That was the problem with that. Is there a bigger fail? No, Miami got theirs.
Miami initially.
Maybe in the early 2000s when Dallas went to, I guess it's not that bad, but I remember they sold out and they got Anton Jameson, Anton Walker, Jerry Stackhouse, and everybody they possibly could. I ain't win shit.
I'm happy.
Yeah. Yeah, final thoughts? Or yeah, there's so much to be determined, I guess.
It seemed like it was just going to be a re-sign frenzy. And then the KD shit popped off, and
thanks for confusing the whole basketball world, Kevin Durant.
John goes, between the Knicks and the Nets, who do you see winning a championship in the future?
The Nets.
They'll play in the next 10 years.
I can't pick the Knicks for shit. They don't even know what the hell they're doing like half the time.
Yeah,
I do give you this. If you told me between the Knicks, Sacramento, and Orlando, I'd give you the Knicks.
The Knicks, Sacramento, and Orlando.
Just because they can get free agents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Orlando, nothing. You better give them a voucher to fucking Disney World. And then Sacramento, I hear it's a nice
Disneyland.
Some shit. Like, hey, you can move to LA for like the off season or some shit. I don't know. I don't fucking know. Something needs to happen.
They need to trade Julius Randle, I'm telling you.
They're just weird. They're that team that likes to sit in the fucking middle. They want to stay relevant, but they don't know how to get past that.
Like that's a team that should reach out to Washington and be like, I'll give you Randle and I'll take Kuzma and whatever else you want to get rid of. You know? Yeah. At the very least, Kuzma will play off the ball a little bit. That's the problem with Randle. He's too ball dominant. I don't want to see you do the hard step back from 20 feet 20 times. It's like you got two moves, bro.
Fucking heaving that shit. And then you get mad when he's over fucking 10 and shit.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Well, this was fun. Thank you, KD. Thank you, Kyrie.
Yeah, we'll have to do another one after those trades go down.
KD to Washington.
I was saying we we're going to redo our team ones, but I guess we'll just wait and see where the hell if KD ends up in Oklahoma City or some shit.
Yeah.
John goes, I blame a lot of the Knicks stuff on Dolan. Oh, 1,000%, bro. That's
All
your
right.
owner. It's like the way I blame a lot of stuff on the Cowgirls with Jerry Jones.
It is, but also is that team thinks that there's like one way to build a basketball team, so they keep bringing in these so-called geniuses like Phil Jackson, and he just fucks it up more.
It's like we have something good. Genius.
You drafted Frank Ntilikina.
Frankie Smokes.
Hey, he was balling overseas over. That's what they say. They just need to build an all like foreign team in New York.
Ooh,
Just go get a bunch of foreigners, like, and just. I mean, the foreign guys play well for their countries. Just be like, hey, yo, this is.
Summer League starts next week.
I know I'm hyped. Rockets versus Orlando.
I think that's the first game.
Rockets versus OKC. That's gonna be fun. Rockets versus Portland. And then Rockets versus there's another team that I wanted to watch. I think it's Sacramento or some shit. The
I hope Durant ends up
champion.
in Portland with Shaden Sharp and Durant. I mean Damian. I think Shaden's going to be a hell of a player.
I don't know. Sacramento, I'm rooting for you in Summer League. Unless it's against my Rockets.
3
Get that
times in a row, baby. Repeat.
Add that banner, baby. Hey. I got anything else to add, guys?
Nah,
Oh,
I'm basketballed out.
yeah.
Yeah.
See what happens.
See ya.
Well, y'all like it, guys. Go follow us, like us, and all the stuff. YouTube, Facebook, TikTok. We'll be here coming to you every Thursday now. Pretty much every Thursday. If there's anything. If Katie don't make a fucking decision, then probably won't see it. But that being said, man, we're out.
Trade those bums.